Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show live stream. How are y'all doing today out there? I'm going to try to get some things on the screen right quick in a little second. If y'all want to join this conversation at the end of this monologue or me going through this reaction video, you're more than welcome to try to come on and give me your point of view. You can disagree or you can agree with me. No issues at all. Now, let me go ahead and get into this right away. We have a disease, a terminal disease in the black community today. And that disease is baby mama culture. We live in a time now where women celebrate unplanned pregnancies. We live in a world today where women don't mind having 1, 2, 3, or 4 kids. They don't mind having that without a man. We live in a world today where women are so independent and so happy to be free from men that they'll have no problem having 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, have 2, 3 abortions. Don't give a damn. And this type of lifestyle is celebrated amongst our community more than any other. So what I'm going to do right now for you, ladies and gentlemen, is play some clips out of fair use. Of course, it's an educational video. So let me go ahead and get started so you can tell me what you think about what you're about to see. Hold on one second while I pull it up on the screen for you. And let us get into it. No, where is it at? There it is.
I didn't hear why you said no first.
No, I hear a lot of bad stories.
So you never heard any good stories?
No.
You never heard no good stories about marriage?
No.
You want children?
I got 2 daughters.
You got 2 daughters. Like, why do people prioritize having kids before being married? Like,
Don't you think a man in the household would be the complete package for your situation?
Sometimes the one you married ain't even a complete package. You can have a
Okay. She said sometimes the one that you married is not the complete package, right? But let me ask you this. Why did you think that he was the complete package to get knocked up by him? Why did you think he was acceptable then to get knocked up by Ray, Pookie, Nook, and the rest of them? What type of criteria do you have to be a baby mama? Because apparently you have 2 sets of criteria. A certain criteria to be an unmarried woman with children and a different criteria to have a husband. What I'm understanding about this is women don't have a damn list, except for the list that we've been seeing that's been going viral and floating around on the internet, such as that places that men cannot take me on my date or for a first date. So you don't have a list of standards. You have a list of unreasonable demands. And when it comes to getting impregnated, you have absolutely no list. You have absolutely no type of criteria whatsoever. You don't care about who impregnates you. You care more about you care less about getting married than you do getting pregnant. Make that make sense to me, because I don't understand that. Let's keep going.
You can have a whole wife and kids, and that wasn't even the fuck it.
I just can't see how people were prioritizing having a child before being married. Like, that's the same cycle we've been in, and that's the same cycle that's continued to hold us back.
Okay, let me see what's before I go any further, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I see people in the room. I'm gonna put y'all on the screen momentarily. Give me a second or two while I load up the next video. What I want to say as I'm doing that is that the savages that women are complaining about, the people that are breaking in people's homes, the people that are selling the drugs, majority of them are being raised by single moms. The women are creating the toxicity that exists within our neighborhoods today. And they are not taking any accountability, no type of responsibility whatsoever. All they care about is themselves. So what I'm going to do with this episode today, I'm going to be giving you facts, data, and statistics that's going to be showing up across the screen, or you may hear these ladies or people that I'm using that will tell you these statistics. Let's keep going.
You can present you facts. You can go on blackstatistics.com and see that 80% of the children are born out of wedlock. Yet 54% of black men are childless and single, and 30% are married, which means 84% is not in this equation. So that means that majority of the black women are having children with men that are less than 20% of the entire male population.
What that simply means is that the majority of women are actually sleeping with the same pool of men. The majority of women are actually sleeping with the same percentage of men who are no good men who are giving them the STDs, men who are getting them pregnant and then walk off. And then they want to blame the rest of the black men. Over 80% of us are childless. I can speak on that because I'm childless. I can speak on the fact that I'm in the upper middle class. I'm not rich, but I'm in the upper middle class. I fall in that category. But when you tell women these facts, these data, this statistic, they don't believe you because they're so used to seeing so many other unwed mothers. They're so used to seeing men getting women pregnant and walking away. You know why that is? Because they have not changed their circle of friends. Their circle of friends are the women who are still sleeping with the small percentage of men who are getting women pregnant and walking away. That circle of friends that the majority of you women have are the ones who are continuously sleeping with Pookie, Nook Nook, Ray Ray, Tyrone, John Junebug. Hell, and some of them are even sleeping with other women. So you need to expand your horizons, leave your environment, get a different circle of friends, circle of women who are successful, and possibly you would see that the majority of black men are not getting women pregnant and walking away. This is why women are celebrating the baby mama culture, because every fucking body around them are baby mamas. If they were to put themselves around women who were not baby mamas, then they would not feel the same way about baby mama culture. Let's continue.
The lion's share of children being born in the black community is only being reproduced by less than 20% of the black men, which means the majority of women are having children with men who they shouldn't have it with, who choose poorly. Yet still, I'm the problem for pointing that out, because it makes more sense to address the majority of the women who are choosing poorly, but we want to keep deflecting to the less than 20% of the men. 84% of the black men are doing what they're supposed to do. Yet we still can't hold ourselves accountable. All I could do is hold up a mirror. If you don't like what you see, and it triggers you, that's something that needs to get worked on. We want to yell and claim about both parties when 84% of the black men are not the problem. Yet, over majority of the women having the 80% of the children born in the wedlock, we just want to ignore that. No, we need to work on that, sis. Because the fact is, we're not honoring our womb or caring about our children if we continue in this cycle. And we want to deflect and always say what the men are not doing, when the majority of the problem is on the how the women are choosing. We're choosing poorly as a whole.
Exactly. Women are choosing poorly. Now, let me tell you something that's going to maybe blow your mind, Jack. Most times in life, what you will discover as you are making your way down the dating highway, you will realize that the man or the woman that you consider to be your type is actually not your type at all. I used to love a big booty woman. I still like booty. I still like curves on a woman. But what I've noticed in my personal experiences, the bigger the booty, the bigger problem you had, the bigger the headache you had with some of these women. Sometimes women are attracted to a type, an archetype of man that is not good for them. They pass up the type of man that is most suitable for them, for the bad boy, or for what they believe to be as someone that is their type. Relationships are not always built upon physical attraction, although it is important. But what is most important about a relationship is the character, the morals that the person has, ladies. Do you understand what I'm saying? Compatibility. Compatibility is not a person and another person liking the same thing, such as we like the same movie, we like the same song. Compatibility is built upon how each other's standards work in tandem with each other. In other words, this woman or this man has a particular set of standards that work with my standards. They are compatible. You need to start thinking about compatibility based upon the lines of standards, values, morals, and character, not on likes. Because what you like today may be what you don't like tomorrow. Just because you like the same songs does not mean that you are compatible. Just because you like to go to the same restaurant, the same club, does not mean that you are compatible. What makes compatibility is the fact that your morals is in line with the other person's moral. So a lot of times, your archetype, the one you think is your type, is not really meant for you. They may just be a type when it comes to lust. You may lust after that type. But when it comes to love and commitment and building a strong black family, that may not be what you need. Let's keep going.
As a whole, the black men, 84% are not. And that's why I stay with the facts. Because we get in feelings, we get with the narrative of the color purple and what the media want us to see when the facts doesn't support that. The facts say that the women of the lion's share of the children are being born by less than 20% of the men, and the lion's share of the women are doing this. That's what it's saying. So the accountability is rightfully needs to be placed on the women. There will always be people of the culture who don't do what they're supposed to do. They're called outcasts. In the old days, the outcasts, the men who didn't do what they're supposed to do, didn't get to reproduce. The women wouldn't procreate with them. But now we're doing the opposite.
You know why? You know why the men did not get to reproduce and the women would not procreate with the men? Because giving birth is a privilege. It is a precious blessing to bring forth children with your namesake into this world. It is a blessing to be able to continue the lineage and the legacy that you left behind. It's a blessing to do that. But what we got now is a bunch of hoes who do not value pregnancy. We have a bunch of hoes that does not value childbirth. Yes, they get a baby, say, oh, that's my little baby, that's my little princess, that's my little king. Yes. I'm not talking about that shallow BS. I'm talking about actually holding your womb up as sacred. I'm talking about honoring childbirth. So a lot of you women are running around living lifestyles of riotous living, debauchery, and promiscuity, and spitting out children. You got a child this January. A year later, you got a child next February. 2 years after that, you got a child in March. Ain't no marriages at all. Marriage has never been on the table. What ruins the black community is the fact that we have too many bastard children running around without any guidance, without a male figure in the home to teach the young boy how to be a man. He will not really be a man. He's going to be looking for masculinity. And a woman cannot provide masculinity to a young boy. All a woman can do is try to imitate masculinity. But a boy, let me break it down like this. A boy's hunger for masculinity is so dire that if he sees it in the drug dealer, if he sees it in the thugs, if he sees it in the gangbangers, and there's no positive masculinity around him, no positive role models, he will draw himself, he will be drawn to the negative side of masculinity, because he will see masculinity in the dope boy. He will see masculinity in the gangbanger. He will see masculinity in the pimp. Boys are drawn to masculinity. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is why you must choose your man correctly. Have a good man to teach him positive masculinity. A woman cannot do that. No more than a man can teach a daughter about femininity. It is an innate ability that we are all born with. Whatever your gender is, whatever your role is, you have that innate ability to put forth one or two of those energies, be it masculine or feminine. Let's keep going.
Opposite. We're procreating with the people who shouldn't be procreating because we're not vetting and thinking logically. And that is the facts. When I made that post, I knew a lot of women was not going to like it, and I do not care because I care more about our children being born and productive and stability. So if that hurts your feelings, therapy is cool. Keep perpetuating this cycle is not.
I like that. There was a lot of data and statistics in that one. Excuse me 1 second. I'm going to put some of you on the screen right now because I've been talking. Let me put some of you on the screen. Excuse me. Allergies. Hey, the cartoons that made us. Salute to you back, brother. Mama Gemini in the house. How you doing? Jason Falel, how you doing? All right, Mr. Moore. Cap Social Network. Check out his channel. How you doing, man? Pack Leader said, yeah, baby mama culture is like a plague. Hey, Captain Marvel. How you doing? Dealing with emotional creatures such as female anything. That's right. One mad, two max. Some of y'all names, man. I saw somebody's name. It was called Long Purple Head Monster Spit. So I don't know what to say. So it's hey, Kenny Peebles. How you doing? Hey, Jesse Southfold. How you doing today? Hey, Mr. Lawrence. And oh, yeah, let me check something. One of y'all gave me a cash app. It only shows up. Yeah, Mr. Lawrence, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Lawrence, for the cash app you sent. It goes to my Gmail for a notification. Knowledgeable King Judah. What up, though? What up, OG? How you doing, man? Hey, KFC. What up, good sir? Good. Hey, what's up with you, brother? Thank you, Knowledgeable Judah. Good content, brother. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. And Ricardo McCants. He's crying. I don't know what the fuck that means. But okay, brother. I hope you feel better. I don't know what that meant, brother. You have to clarify that. But let me go ahead and get back into the the fuck. Let me go ahead and shit. I don't know why it's tickling the hell out of me. Let me go ahead and get back to what I was doing. The truth hurts. I don't know, man. All right. Let's get back to it. Let me get my serious face back on. Now, what I'm about to show you right now, I'm going to give you an example of how women do not appreciate how beautiful, how precious it is to be able to get pregnant. It's a joke to them. And you're going to see them call a bunch of men, young men, and tell them that they are pregnant. And the young men all going to reject that. Now, this is supposed to be a prank. You get what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a prank. But I want you to see how it can be in real life because it really is real life. Let's go.
I'm fucking pregnant. I'm pregnant.
What? What?
I'm pregnant, G.
You said what? We didn't even have a
Why are you lying? You're like, why are you laughing? This.
I'm really rubbing my shit on there. Damn, that's crazy.
But I'm gonna get an abortion though. I need to get an abortion. You trying to pay for my abortion?
That guy said, it ain't my baby. Now, the majority of these men that they're talking to are men who they are sleeping with. And they all doing a prank on the men that they are sleeping with by telling them that they are pregnant when they are really not pregnant. Now, I also would like to add, women actually do this sometimes, not pregnant, just to get abortion money. It's not for abortion. It's just for you to give them $600-700 anyway so they can go buy more 2-inch eyelashes and 6-inch nails and shit like that and dirty gold thongs. But I want you to understand that these men that they are sleeping with are on the phone. And all of them are denying the baby. All of them. And I'm going to tell you something. These young women are still going to sleep with these same young men who said, it ain't my baby. It's still going to happen because they don't understand the preciousness of being able to give children to a man or to bring children into this world. There are many women who cannot have children. There are many women who are barren. There are many women who result to adoption, but inside their heart, they wish they can give the man of their dreams a child of his own. And you have scallywags, laughing hyenas, musty back heifers who think it is a joke to be able to give babies out into the world. It don't matter. If a child is inconvenient to me, I would terminate it. It don't matter. If I keep the child full term, I won't really be a mother to it. I got my own life. My grandma keep that child. We are living in a world right now where mothers do not appreciate or value motherhood. Motherhood is out the window. What is out is motherhood. What is in is slut culture. That is what is running through the neighborhood like a wild pack of hyenas. Slut culture. Catch STDs, joke about it. Catch STDs, rap about it. Catch STDs. Like Sexy Red, make a whole lip gloss line named after sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea, booty hole brown, syphilis. People have taken the things that are serious and made them into jokes. So what is the future for the children that are coming after this generation when they have no positive examples? Let's keep going.
Abortion?
I don't got it right now.
What you mean you don't got it?
My birthday next month.
Okay, my birthday next month too.
I need it for an abortion.
What are you talking about?
I need to get an abortion.
I can't remember how it was happening.
Before I go into further, Cap, I got your request on the Gmail. I will, after this, I'm gonna send you a link so you can join the show and give me your 2 cents. Let me get back into this now.
I'm gonna get an abortion. Nah, send him 500.
Whoa. What is going on right now? I'm trying to understand how.
What do you mean you're trying to understand how? How do people get pregnant?
Like, why wasn't you taking the pill? That ass?
Dead ass,
You think
word 2 crit.
This is best one I had. Oh, shit. Fucking.
What my trip got to do with being pregnant?
Nigga, it's the first of the month. You gonna spring some shit on me on the first of the month. You come back.
I don't think I want a baby right now, and I definitely don't think.
Clip. Let's take a trip to Carousel. Let's do that. We're about to take a trip to Carousel.
You really mad because I'm pregnant?
When he said let's take a trip, he's talking about taking that woman to get it terminated. That's what he's talking about. A lot of these women are sleeping with men who do not want to have children but are willing to raw dog you. You women are being, in my most humble opinion, stupid as shit. You keep saying it's your body, it's your choice, then show some responsibility about your body and your choice. If you want someone to get you pregnant, then keep doing what you're doing. If you don't want them to get you pregnant, then use some type of damn contraceptive. Get on the pill. Use rubbers. But that's too much to ask. Because all you want is the pleasure. You don't want the pain. Because having children is pain, not just through labor. But when you have a child, you have to go through pain. The pain of sacrifice. You have to die daily. Like they say in the scriptures for a different reason. You have to continuously kill yourself. In other words, sacrifice who you are for the betterment of your children. If you want to go to the clubs and all that stuff, that has to die when you have a child. You have to put yourself last and put that child first. Because women today are only obsessed with pleasures, having fun. It takes a real adult to be responsible. And a lot of you women run around and say, I'm a grown ass woman. You can't tell me nothing. I'm a grown ass woman. Maturity is not based upon age. Maturity comes to life experiences majority of the time. I know plenty of people that's in their 40s that act like little damn kids. So don't tell me because you are physically the age past 21 that you are a mature grown ass woman, because you can still only be a grown ass teenager. Let's go.
I'm a good ass mom. Like, why are you so mad? You about to really make me cry right now.
You get me tight right now. I don't give a fuck.
You don't care? Because you're not making this easy for me.
You're like, I'm not making it easy for you. You're not making it easy for me.
All right, whatever. I'm never fucking with you ever again. You really on some bum shit. Like,
I don't give a fuck. One time. Just take it. All right.
Like, I need the abortion money.
I got insurance. Bring your ass home.
Stop.
Queen, stop talking like this. You get me tight.
Goodbye.
And bring your ass over.
Okay. Bye.
What the hell is so funny? Do you see what I'm saying? They don't see how stupid they are being. They do not understand that the men that they just called are not going to be responsible to have a child with you if you actually get pregnant. Either they're going to talk about terminating that child, or it ain't my child, or stay the hell away from me. We done heard all three of those things I just said in that little joke. Someone said it ain't mine. Someone said, stay away, you lying. It can't be true. The other one is we have to terminate it. You women are choosing to sleep with that same smaller percentage of Pookie, Ray Rays, and Nook Nooks, because over 84% of all black men are childless. It's the 20-something% of black men that are having these babies with you. You are sleeping with the same STD-infested men that everyone else is sleeping with. And you're going to continue to do it because you love the action. You love the thrill. You love the fact that Pookie can smell like weed all damn day, got tattoos all up his face and shit. You love the fact that he got gold teeth and stuff. You love he know how to twist his fingers up and say, swoop whoop or carib. You love the fact that he can do those things. You love the idea that maybe one day, if I'm in the car with Pookie, Ray Ray, or Nook Nook, the police will start chasing us because I was stealing some shit out the dollar store and I get to get a jail record too. Wee! Yay! But you are a grown-ass woman, as you say, right? And put some more of y'all on here. Excuse me. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to put some more of y'all. Here we go. Oh, I got it now. Thank you for clearing it up. We'll continue. I'm gonna put some of y'all on the screen first. Yeah, people always say I'm funny, man. It's just how I'm raised, man. If you think I'm funny, you ought to meet my daddy. Because I'm from the country. I live in Houston, but I'm originally from a small little ass town. And I have to watch how I talk or you will never understand me. Because if you heard my daddy talk, you won't understand shit he say. It's so country the way we talk. Let me see. Number Gen 9. Ricardo McCants. Man, this culture of people today, that's right. Mr. Lawrence out here talking. Dead ass, Put some people up there and came under yet. Thank you, man. I appreciate that compliment. Smoke and talk. What's up, y'all? Baltimore in the building. What's up? What's up? Smoke and talk. How y'all doing tonight, man? This is a wake-up call and they still be, yep, that's right. What, bring your ass over there. Okay, who this is? Let's see. Dentistry, Smith, Dusty. Black women or white men lifestyle, white hunger. Oh, then I see a whole bunch of emojis. Thank you, man, for being on here, man. I appreciate that, man. Trash ass class of women. Hey, how you doing there? Trending with shares. Glad you over here. Pookinita Pukisha. Yeah, that's right. And see, then they want to get in the 50s. That's right. Then when they get in their 50s, they want to cry, where are all the good men gone? Away from you. The good men learn, man. Let me see. Who else I need to put up right quick? That's right. That's right. Smoke and talk. All right. Ricardo from Charleston, South Carolina. Okay, let's get back into the show. Derek, are you still there? I got a few more clips I play for this right quick, man. I'm going to bring you into the show, brother. No, man, I ain't forgot about you, homie. Let me go ahead and get back to the subject matter. Let me see what I'm going to play for y'all right quick. I want to dissect this all the way to the little part. I'm going to bring up some more. Another woman talks about the numbers. Let's get this. Let's go.
This is actually a great question, and well, it goes down to a couple of things. The majority of babies being created in the Black community are created by a minority of men. Some sources say around 13%, others say around 20%, depending upon who you look at, but nevertheless, it is a minority of men who are creating the single parent households that we know the Black community is filled with. Over 50% of Black men in America are single and childless. So that means the majority of Black men are not even in this conversation. So to answer your question,
think about it. The majority of Black men in America is not in the conversation about being a random baby daddy. And I fall in that conversation. I'm not a baby daddy. I'm successful in my own right. So I fall into that category of the 84% of men that women say don't exist. The type of men that women say are all dogs because all they're used to dealing with is with dogs. If I'm a dog, I'm a damn pit bull, and you dealing with cocker spaniels and poodles, babe. I'm gonna tell you that right now off the top.
Question on why those Black men aren't leading or why they don't have discipline. Again, you're talking about a small minority who is negatively impacting the greater Black community. And to me, this opens up a larger discussion as to why women are not being encouraged to guard their womb. Why not marry before you carry? I think that is the bigger question.
I agree. See, women don't think about marrying before they carry anymore. The only thing they trying to carry is a Chanel bag. These women do not care about carrying anything else. And put up another thing up here for you. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, as I pull it up for you. Trying to break all this stuff down right quick. Because there are women out there that are attacking other women simply because they are against being a baby mama. Did you realize that? Did you know that? They're coming for women. The sisterhood, supposedly, are coming for other women because they don't want to be baby mamas. Let's go with this. I got 2 clips about that.
All right, so there's this big debate going on my page after I posted a video just stating that my biggest fear is that I didn't want to be a baby mama. Now here come the baby mama trolls. And I'm not...
Now let me start right there. It's okay to be afraid of some things. If you're afraid of being a baby mama, then most likely you ain't going to be a baby mama. Just like you're afraid of getting bit by a snake, you ain't gonna go up there and jump in a whole tub of snakes because you're afraid of it. We need to put that fear of the consequences and the hardships that comes along with being a single parent mother. We need to instill that. We need to put shame. It used to be shameful. I was born in the 70s. It used to be shameful for a woman to walk around and say, I got a kid, but I ain't got no husband. People used to look at you funny, talk about you. Now, women, they get pregnant, have a lot of kids, have a whole litter like a pit bull, 5 or 6 kids, and they celebrate it. Every time they have a child, they get pregnant without a man. First pregnancy, baby shower, no husband. Second pregnancy, baby shower, no husband. Third pregnancy, baby shower, no husband. Fourth pregnancy, baby shower, no husband. Baby shower. Celebrating the fact that this mustard back heifer got another kid for the fall out of her coochie. How can a woman feel discouraged enough not to have children if all you do is pat them on the back and don't expose that behavior as shameful? We have to get back to shaming that behavior. It is not okay to be a hoe. I know it seems popular. I know men love hoes. Hey, I like them too. Don't get me wrong. They have their purpose in place. But a whole generation of hoes? You oversaturate the market. The thing, when an object has value, when a thing is most precious, when a thing is at its most precious, is when there is a scarcity of it. Take a diamond. It's hard to get to a diamond. You got to dig and dig. It's hard to get to it. Now, if it was easy to get diamonds, if you can go outside and it was diamonds scattered everywhere, you walk down the road, diamonds all in the woods and shit like that, it wouldn't be as valuable. So the things that are harder to get have more value. So women, when you play harder to get when it comes to your vagina, you'll have more value in the eyes of a man. You will have more value in the eyes of a potential husband, a potential suitor, because you haven't given it to the world. You don't have a lot. The way you know a woman most of the time is a hoe, if she has a bunch of children, or she have a whole past because she have a bunch of children. I'm not talking about women who are widows. I'm not talking about women who was married, got divorced, and have children. I'm talking about your regular run-of-the-muck woman who has a bunch of kids and never been married. Prove me wrong.
Fear is that I didn't want to be a baby mama. Now here come the baby mama trolls. And I'm not speaking about everybody, because some people was actually saying, yeah, I did it. I don't think you should do it. So I do appreciate y'all for give me advice. But the ones that trying to put their baby mama problems on me and their ex-wife problems on me needs to hear this. Marriage is not just a piece of paper. Marriage is not just a ring on my finger. Marriage is a commitment. And if you want to speak biblically terms, marriage is for life and forever. And this is who to death do us part. So that's my mindset in going into marriage. That is why I would like.
Marriage is supposed to be for death do you part. Now, before I continue, get the likes up. We got about 57 people in here, but I got 47. I need 10 more likes. This is the first warning. The second warning going to come to circus music, and we're going to pause the show until we get them likes up. You know how I get down on the Jeremy Hill show. Thank you.
To be married before even thinking about having kids. I'm not shaming the next woman about not doing that. I'm not. I just have my own personal goals. I don't want to be having no 50-50 custody battle. I don't want to be having a baby mama drama phone call popping up to the house. I don't want to do that. I want to be a wife. That's it.
See, that's the way a woman is supposed to think. You should be hunting for a man in your 20s, not your 30s, not your 40s, not your 50s. I did a show earlier explaining how women are not getting men in the dating market, because I had a life coach sometime. I had a person ask me a question. It actually was a female, and I made it for the men. Hold on, I'm put up another up there before I explain what I'm about to say to you. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Now let me get into this, what I'm about to say. Women hurt themselves this way. The reason why a lot of you are not getting good men, because you do one of the two things, sometimes both. You age out the dating market, meaning you have wasted all of your prime years being a hottie, being a baddie, being a freak, being a sexy young thing. You wasted all your prime years when you was in your best shape. Now you gained weight. Now you got crow's feet around your eyes. Now you got wrinkles. Now you got gray hair in your head and gray hair in your vagina. You got dents in your leg. You got 1,000 dents in your leg because, put on so much cellulite. Now you have aged out, okay? So you're not as attractive as you once were. Most time it's called hitting the wall. So that's one of the reasons why you are not getting the type of men that you want. Because newsflash, older men do not want older women majority of the time. Now, if a man is about 50 years old, he might put a cap on it and say, look, I won't date or get serious with anybody that's above 30 years old, whatever his number is. But most men are looking for younger women who are more attractive. If you're older, you have to be more attractive. The second reason why you're not getting men, because you damage yourself out the game. Meaning that you have so many relationships that have failed, that you have become so trauma bonded with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook that you have a difficult time functioning in a healthy relationship. You come into relationships with jealousies. You come into relationships with insecurities. You come into relationship with a controlling mindset. You come into relationships trying to be domineering in a relationship. You come into a relationship trying to put ultimatums on the man. You come into a relationship trying to control the man. You come into a relationship with other men's children. You come into relationships with a possible incurable STD that you are using medication to suppress it. So you damage yourself to the point where you are depreciating in value when it comes to men in the dating market. The only way, well, the best way to solve that problem is when you are in one of those situations, you must be feminine. You cannot have those situations, those problems that I just mentioned, and still have a fucked up attitude. Because what ruins the interaction between men and women nowadays is the attitude of women. Her attitude towards femininity. Her attitude about how she feels about having domestic skills. So on and so forth. Let me put some of you on the screen. Put some of y'all on the screen. All right, Captain Morrow, I'm trying to cook and roast. Trying to get it. Y'all love when I say mustard back helper, don't you? Oh, thank you for the super sticker trending with shares. I do appreciate it. Do you have a channel of your own too? Let's see. Hit that like button. Thank you. Hit that like button, y'all. Before I hit y'all with that circus music. Okay, let's get back into the subject matter. I hear my pit bulls out there in the backyard. They only start barking when I'm on this motherfucker. All right, let me get back into let me put up another clip for you, ladies and gentlemen, driving home the point about this disease called baby mama culture. Another woman gonna talk about how women are coming for her because she does not want to be a baby mama.
Listen, I will forever be against baby mama culture as a young Black American woman. And for those of you who like to come into my comments and believe that marriage does not matter, I swear to God, I really want y'all to just run into a brick wall super fast and just pass out. You cannot sit here and tell me that marriage doesn't matter or marriage doesn't have an effect when 75% of Black children are raised in single parent households. Oh, I'm sorry, fatherless homes. Let's just call it what it is. That is a...
I'm glad she said it like that, because when they say single parent household, it takes away the sting. I want you to hurt. I want you to feel it. Because when you take away the sting, you get into a comfort zone and it becomes something that is normalized. But when you are in pain, ain't shit normalized. You want to get out that pain. And the Black community has been in pain for decades. It's not a single parent home. It's a fatherless home. Name it and call it for what it is.
That is a big problem, because what affects you the most, more than race, more than economic class, more than education, is whether or not there is a father present in the household.
Throughout all the communities and throughout all the cultures of civilizations, throughout different societies within this world, for some reason, we have been duped to praise, to advertise, to promote, to condone, to normalize single-parent households. To such an extent that we don't even look past it whenever people like Old Navy or Target or Amazon, well, Rugrats as well, just making it seem like it's natural for Black children to be raised in single-parent households, for a Black woman to raise children all by herself because she couldn't keep a committed relationship with a man. She's not capable of doing that. That's what it shows, that the Black woman is not capable of keeping a man. She's not capable of keeping a household together. It shows to the Black man that he's not capable of being committed to a woman, of staying down for a woman, of actually properly being committed to the point of marrying a woman and then having children. It looks bad on both ends for Black men and Black women.
That young man said a mouthful and everything he said was factual. It has become normalized to be a musty back heifer with little heiferlings without Big Daddy heifer. I put another one up there for you. We're not done before we're going to have a 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
What's something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
Baby mama culture in the black community. The most toxic thing I've ever seen. Someone had to say. He literally will glamorize the lifestyles of baby mamas, of rappers, or successful men as if that's something to glamorize. If behind closed doors, everything is pretty. There's nothing glamorous about being publicly disrespected time and time again. And then to make it even worse, they treat these men who disrespect and cheat on women like a tradition as the prize. No one is winning because that man needs to be alone, or he needs to understand the value of women, because clearly he doesn't understand it. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about how this adversely affects the black community as a whole. 70% of black children are being born outside of marriages. This is one of the biggest problems why black people cannot build economic wealth. Having a child when you already don't have economic wealth just compounds your poverty, pretty much bringing children into a world of struggle.
Yep. I had a show earlier today. Some people disagree, some people don't. But I don't really care. You know how I am. You have a right to your opinion. But I believe that a man should position himself in the best financial situation that he can before he takes on the responsibility of marriage. I really believe that. Because a woman is a car note. A woman is a mortgage. Shit. Children, all that, that's like 3 times mortgage. You have to understand it takes money to live comfortable. Is money everything? No. But does money help with everything? Yes. Damn near. Everything that's physical and tangible, money helps you get there. Money helps you get it. Money helps repair it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Money is not everything, but money will help with everything. Let's see. Let me go ahead and put another one up there for you right quick before I start taking calls.
The article kind of talks about how the Kardashians are reinventing how it is to be in a relationship.
So I was tagged in this video and I was asked to give my opinion. And I'm not gonna say much, but I think this is very toxic. I talked about this not that long ago, and I think glamorizing baby mama culture is just a no. If you guys follow me on here, you guys know that I am more into traditional relationships. If you're not into traditional relationships, please keep scrolling.
The reason why I'm playing some of these women, gentlemen, is to give some of you gentlemen hope out there that there are still women out there who actually are on your side. There are some women, I usually go after the ones who are not. But I have to be real and say that there are women who think the way that we do. There are women who represent the manosphere, believe it or not. There are women who agree with us 100%. The problem is there's so much pushback from the other women, and there's so much pushback from beta males and immature men at the same time that we don't really get to see them. What they say, that saying is, you don't see the trees because of the forest. A lot of times women and men, the right ones are right in front of us, but because what's going on, we don't know it. This is why channels like mine and other content creators who does this type of stuff is very important. This is why content creators who are women who represent the same thing that I represent are very important. This is why we actually need your support. We need your support in sharing our content. We need your support in donation so we can keep building our studio, make shit better. We need your support every kind of way to push this message out. Let's keep going.
Personally, I think getting pregnant with a person that you are not even with, like Travis and Kylie have not even been a couple for a while. I think that is reckless. It's not reckless for them because they have millions of dollars, but young girls, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls watching them and thinking that it's okay, then going to get pregnant and being left as single moms is not cute, nor beneficial to women.
I got one more to play, Cap. If you're going to join, just give me a heads up. One more clip to play. And I want to talk about what that lady just said. The role models, the Kardashian, all them people, they are promoting being a hoe and having bastard children. And people are falling for it. There it is, the last one.
Shout out to all the single moms doing their thing. However, you are not a dad. You are not a dad. You will never be a dad. Dads are dad. And nobody can teach a man how to be a man except for a man.
Ooh.
So I understand and I get it, because when you're holding it down and you're having to work 3 jobs because you maybe aren't getting child support, and you have to not go to your second job and your check is going to be short, and if so-and-so would have just... Moms, you are not dads. You are not. Sorry to tell you, you are not. Nothing bothers me more than the moms that say, Happy Father's Day to other mothers on Father's Day. You're not a father.
Thank you for saying that, sister. See, you heard other women say the same thing I say. For those who say I bash women, I hope you see how stupid you sound. Women are agreeing with me a lot of the time. She said the same thing I always say: a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. I don't give a damn how good she is. She might be the greatest mother on the planet, but she cannot teach that boy how to be a man. You fool. Let's see, hey, Mama Gemini, what's up? And I got to give a shout out to my boy, DBS. What's up, man? Mona D back. All right, Cap. I'm ready for you, man. I already sent you the link, man. So go ahead and hit me up. And oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join, you have to email this email that's coming across, and I can bring you onto the screen, and we all can debate, or we all can agree or disagree and talk about these matters. So email me, and once you email me, get into the comment box and say Mr. Hill or Jay or whatever. I just sent you an email. Can I join the show? And I'll go right there and send you the link, and you click that link, and you come on in. All right, you hear? See, in my country accent, I mean, then you click the link, and you shall appear upon the show. Let's get it. All right, I put you on, Cap. Oh shit, hey, it's Cap. What's up? What's up, brother? There's an echo. What's going on?
Oh, I don't hear it.
It must be on my side, brother. I'm listening to you. What's going on, brother?
Oh, you got it. I want to give my 2 cents on today's topic. And it reminds me
before you go any further, can you talk a little bit louder, a little bit, please? If you don't mind, it's kind of low.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Better?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit better. It's just like an echo for me, but I'm hearing it. Yeah.
What the deal is a lot of these single mothers, they get used and abused during the younger years, while you're in the process of usually having multiple kids by multiple men. All of a sudden, as soon as you get done bad by these men who usually have kids by you, you want to have all these high requirements and standards. As a matter of fact, Jeremy, if you look at the Kendrick G show, all the single mothers you see on that show seem to have all these lists of requirements. Why didn't they have all these lists of requirements, or why don't most of you have all these lists of requirements before you get done badly by the baby daddies? Well, I always have one, and to me, you're no different than the car salesman that's trying to sell a beat up 93 Lexus from over 500,000 miles, only to still be.
Well, damn, Cap, damn.
And only to still expect to sell that Lexus just due to the simple fact that it's a Lexus. Most of you, when using this, the reason I'm using this analogy is because most of you happen to fit that description of the 30-year-old beat up vehicle went over 500,000 miles. All you women with all these kids out of wedlock and by multiple men and all this baggage.
I really can't argue with that. You said it more harsh than I do. I like that. I respect that. Before I go any further, trending with shares, Mr. Lawrence, he's one of the moderators. Yes, I do have a Cash App. Let me put that on the screen for you right quick, Miss Sharon with shares. Hold on. But Mr. Lawrence, please let them know about that if you don't mind. There's my Cash App. Will be going across the screen for a little bit, and then I'm gonna return it back to the links to where people can join the show. Well, back to what you're saying, Cap. Yeah, man. I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. Why don't women have criteria when it comes to men banging them?
Exactly.
Like they don't. You get what I'm saying? Like they have so many requirements for a man to be a man to them or a husband. He got to be 6 feet tall. He got to make 6 figures. He got to have this, that, and this, and that. But when it comes to a man giving you hard pipe, you just go ahead. The only requirement I get is 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches. That's all I require. That's all it is. I don't understand that, brother.
And I also wanted to state this as well for all you baby mamas / single mamas that have all these high requirements and standards for men after you get used up in most cases by the thugs, by the dirty dick rockets, the pookies, the ray rays, and on and on. Okay, all you this wanting to this desiring these high value men, once you get used up and have all these kids outside of wedlock, well, I have news for you, women, and I know a lot of you don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna call it spade a spade. The high value man doesn't want you, a woman is used up with kids outside of marriage. In most cases, because the high value man has more options to be able to choose from much more valuable women, high value women that is. And in most cases, high value women without kids, women that seem to meet the same income bracket that he has too, in most cases. And the high value man is also more financially stable enough to not only pick much more higher caliber women, but be able to travel overseas and become passport brothers as well.
That's true. That's right. Everything you said is facts. Like this gentleman I put on the screen, he said everything you said is facts. Before going further, Miss Mason and Lawrence, thank you both for your cash app. The cash app that you send me will go to my Gmail. I don't have it where it sets up to where it shows on my screen, but I want to thank you for the cash app you just sent me. I received it according to my Gmail. But yeah, everything you said, man, is correct, man. Everybody wants the best possible outcome for themselves. If a man sees a woman, two women that are completely identical, beautiful, and one has children, the same one has 1,000 miles on her body for a body count, and he have the other one that's a virgin, look the same. He gonna choose the one that's a virgin. He's not gonna choose the one that's have kids and all this other shit going on with him, because everybody wants what's best for them. It doesn't mean that people are horrible for that. Everybody should want the best for themselves. And most men who have worked hard to be, as you call, a high value man, they're not gonna stop their lifestyle to demean themselves to be with a woman who has 3,000 kids and shit by other men. That's not gonna happen. Period.
Right. And I also want to state this as well, Mr. Hill, on behalf of between 70 and 80% of Black children being born in fatherless homes. Maybe Black women, if it wasn't for your jacked up attitudes, men wouldn't keep on constantly or consistently walking out on you, leaving you as single mothers. Just take that.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
Let's take that into consideration for all my bitter baby mamas, because that's when it all boils down to it, Jeremy. That's a big part of why you see so many bitter Black women, due to how they used to pick the wrong men in most cases. Is always some of the most dysfunctional, fucked up, toxic men they can find to have kids by. Then all of a sudden want to have a chip by their shoulders anytime the guys may walk out on them, cheat on them.
Sometimes a woman can push a man into the arms of another woman. You understand? Now, Cap, I want you to tell them your show too. This is this man right here. This is Derek. Well, I guess Cap Social Network. He has his own show, and we're trying to build this show up too. What you heard him say is the same things he always say too. Like I always say, we're in the same vein, and when we come to our opinions, support this brother, man. Help build him up. And his show is Cap Social Network. But I'm gonna let him tell you how you say your handle, brother.
I put it in a live chat earlier, and it's spelled in all lowercase at Capri Social Network 1261. Once again, at Capri Social Network 1261. And I also want to state this as well before I leave, Jeremy, that maybe this is on behalf of for all you women that's always embracing and putting it on a pedestal of being a single mother. Maybe if you start marrying more before you carry, then it will be way less single mothers, way less bitter baby mothers in the Black community. And maybe for the most part, once again, maybe you stop glorifying being baby mamas and instead glorify being wives were then having kids after you marry. Then for one, that maybe not completely, but it sort of to a certain extent, the black community would be a tad bit better off than it already is right now. Just take that into consideration as well.
I agree, because this one I want people to understand, ladies, especially you, and gentlemen, it'll help you too. Being a baby mama is stressful. Being a baby mama affects the mood of a woman. Being a baby mama can make a woman depressed. Being a baby mama can make a woman bitter. Being a baby mama can make a woman easily upset and angry. Being a baby mama can make you insecure. Being a baby mama can make you jealous. Being a baby mama can mess up your mental health because you have to carry the load by yourself. A woman was never designed to carry the load by herself when she has children. The responsibility of provision comes from the man. That comes from God. Your job is to have the children, but it's the man's job to provide for the family. So being a baby mama, it has a very adverse effect on your mental health, on your emotional intelligence, and everything else that you got going on. But when a woman has a husband, has a family, she does not have as much stress and depression as a woman who has to take care of children by herself. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? So you hurt yourself, you put yourself in a bad position when it comes to mental health when you are a baby mama. There are a lot of baby mamas out there who are depressed, angry, mad, like Cap said, bitter, angry, have all these situations that Cap was talking about simply because they have made the wrong decisions. Because they chose to suck on a man's pipe named Pookie, lick on Nook Nook balls, and eat Ray Ray's booty. That's the reason why you're in the situation that you are in right now. Straight up.
Yep. And I also want
Okay.
to state this on behalf of all you black women who think it's no benefits in being a wife, as opposed to being a wife first, then bearing kids, as opposed to having kids before marriage. Think about this. Okay, in the worst case scenario, you get married, then have kids, and all of a sudden your husband may die before you. Now, if is his beneficiary, once he was to die, you would take all of his become a part of his whole entire life insurance policy. On top of that, if he may have been on his job for, let's say, 30 years, a total of 30 years, you will also get to partake in his stock purchase plan. If his employer offers a stock purchase plan, also his 401k, his pension. Unlike if being a baby mama, you don't get any of those baby benefits being a baby mama. I'm just being straight up. So there are benefits in the long run of being a wife, with kids, having basically marrying first, then having kids, as opposed to having kids, then marrying in the long run, or marrying afterwards, after you have kids and after you're used up. And what also I want to state this, ladies, for all you that still they think it's so old fashioned marrying first before you carry. And some of you who also may look at it as lame, corny, well, there will come a time when you will get old women and you will have to get put in either assisted nursing homes or retirement homes where they be able to barely walk and be able to barely do for yourself at all.
Dialysis.
Exactly. And will be wishing and reflecting on those times when you wish you would have married first before you had kids.
I'm glad you brought it up, Cap. I'm gonna jump on that. What you're talking about to me when I hear it, and I'm glad you mentioned that. You're talking about baby mama regret to me. I think a lot of baby mamas go through that. The older they get, they're going to think back about the good men that they should have been with. Because I've heard women say that before in my own lifetime, where older women like 60-something years old telling me stories that she wish she would have been with the man that really wanted her, that was a good man. Now she's lonely. Now she's on dating apps at 60. That's not where you're supposed to be at 60. You get what I'm saying? Also, I want to draw your attention, Cap, to that comment that Mr. What it is, what the fuck it is, what it was. I don't know what it. I don't know. Their names be throwing me out, but I'm glad he's here. But look what he said, because he make a very good point. He said the definition of strong means bitter, because a lot of times women say, I'm a strong black woman. Really strong, really, I agree with him 100%. They're really saying, I'm a bitter black woman. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. They do usually take being a strong woman out of context by saying that's a euphemism of being a bitter black woman or replacement. I like this as well. The music artist, Sexy Red, Super Honest, straight doing the devil's work. We as black people need to rebuke them in the name of Jesus, speaking evil near their sons. And with that being said, Jeremy, do you not know that women by the likes of Sexy Red and Suki Hana happen to have kids? But that
Yeah,
trashy and slutty image.
yeah. Yeah, it's not only them, man. I think Nicki Minaj got one too. But Sexy Red is like the epitome of growth. Now I'm gonna tell you something. People, y'all better pay attention and understand what's going to happen next in the wave of hip hop, because she is the start. She is the catalyst. Because I want to take you all the way back. Some of you may be too young to remember them, but there was a group called Two Live Crew. Well, Luke, back in the day, they gave them hell for the sexually explicit lyrics they had. They said they'll never be anything. They took them to court. They was the start of that. After Luke, now everyone talks about sex when they rap now. Everybody talks about pimping now when they rap now. Now being hypersexual is not a problem no more. Another group, NWA, I used to love them a whole lot. They was the first to bring gangster rap. They caught a lot of shit about that. They took them to court behind their lyrics and stuff. They said they'll never go anywhere with that. Now every rapper talks about gangster rap. So what I said that to say this. As much as we are bashing Sexy Red, she may go to court too. She is the start of what's to come. She is the start of what's to come. Be prepared for other rappers to say shit like they got STDs and they happy about it. Be prepared for people to say, I got herpes on my lip and I gave it to him on the trip, making rhymes about the shit. Be prepared to see stuff like that, because Sexy Red is the beginning of it. Go ahead, brother.
I agree. I also want to speak on behalf of, once again, for all you women that think that there's no benefits in marrying and then having kids, or like how the majority of you, the vast majority of you, and I look at it from this perspective as well. Check me if I'm right or wrong, Jeremy. How it seems to be more women having kids outside of wedlock as opposed to women marrying first, then having kids after they marry. Am I right?
I agree with you on that, because
In the black
84% of men are not dealing with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Right. And like I was saying, women, for all you women also that may have done all you could to reject the good and decent guys during your younger years, much younger years, ladies, karma is coming for you, because not only do you age more drastically than us men, the more older you get, but you also will become more bitter. And like I stated earlier, it will come a time when you will get put either in an assisted nursing home or retirement home, will be able to barely do for yourself. Instead, will have to get people to wait on you, caregivers from hand and foot. And that's when you will realize how you should have made much more better choices in men. Not only that, how you should have made much more better choices in your relationships. In other words, which you would have married first, then had kids after you married. Once again, there are some of our ladies who like to shame women that are married and have been married for X amount of years, did the right and biblical thing by marrying first, then bearing children. Trust me, there are benefits in being a wife first, then a mom instead of a baby mom. Mark my words.
I agree with Cap. Cap spoke a lot of wisdom and insight and understanding today on this show. He's correct. Now, for those of you who are already baby mamas, you can't take that back. It's over with, right? For God's sake, stop having children until you are married. That's the only way you can fix that situation. Don't continue doing the same thing expecting a different result. Okay? Give yourself time to vet the man. If you know you fall in love easily, you fall in love hard, you go to bed with men quickly, stop doing it. Give yourself, if you have a problem over your body, I would say fast and learn how to control your body, but a lot of y'all ain't gonna do that. I know y'all love to eat ribs and brisket and shit, whatever, so that it ain't gonna happen. What I'm gonna tell you right now, what you need to do is set a goal, lady. I am at least going to get to know this man for at least a year. That's not too long before I decide to get pregnant. When I say that, that means that you're going to take every precaution to not get pregnant while you sleep with that man. I know you're going to still sleep with people, but you'll be practicing taking contraceptives and being on point. I wouldn't raw dog, but if you're going to raw dog, take birth control. Make that at least a year's goal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if you keep having children, you're going to bring more stress upon yourself. You're going to have fatherless bastards running around robbing everybody in the street. Not all of them. Some may go to college, but the majority of them don't have a chance. Most of the people who don't have fathers, they join gangs, they sell drugs, they get on drugs. A girl is more likely to get involved with sexual activities at a younger age because she doesn't have a father there. There's a lot of shit that you're bringing on to the mind of a child. And not only that, you are starting, if you did not come from a generational curse, meaning that you have a generation of people who came before you in your family who taught negative patterns, negative ways of thinking, negative ways of reacting to shit, you will start a brand new generational curse for your children who don't have a father. This shit is bigger than you. It's bigger than you. Stop making it all about yourselves because you are helping to destroy our communities.
Right. And
go ahead, brother.
I also want to touch on this topic on behalf of you single mothers that like to go out and ways have these gender reveal parties, from gender reveal parties to baby showers and on and on. Stop doing that, because whether you know it or not, Black women, you just don't know how bad you're making our race look. I mean, it's already bad enough to be stereotyped for the whole entire Black race to be stereotyped, especially us Black men, how we always have been looked at as savages, as menaces to society, as sexual predators. And with that being said, you perpetuate the stereotypes even more, ladies, by having all these kids out of wedlock, especially when you have all these kids out of wedlock by some of the most dangerous and dysfunctional men you can find.
Oh, Cap. Explain that further. I agree with you on that. Expound upon the part where you said they are having baby with the most dangerous men. Tear that shit up, man. Cook on that. Go for that one.
And ladies, it's not about what your girlfriends may think. If your girlfriends may shame you for being when a guy that's complete opposite, a guy that's a so-called, or so to speak, lame, educated lame, a guy that doesn't have a criminal record, never is in the streets. Stop worrying about your girlfriends, how they may make fun of you or make fun of him. When it all boils down to it, ladies, as long as you're happy with him, that's all that should matter. And realize, ladies, these guys are will always make some of the most best husbands. That they aren't going around like the Pookies, the Ray Rays, among us, impregnating multiple women, random women at that, only to bring home to you all these diseases, from syphilis to gonorrhea, herpes to HIV. You just don't know, women, how much of your reputation, how your reputation is everything. For all you women that like to go and slut yourself out and having sex with man after man and getting pregnant with man after man, in the long run, ladies, it will catch up with you. The sexual report card, so to speak, the sexual history and your reputation, most of all.
Yes. Cap said a mouthful tonight, didn't he? But that's true, bro. Everything you said is factual. Ladies, you need to take heed to what he's saying. Gentlemen, you need to take heed to what he's saying as well. Because we are living in a time right now where women don't give a damn about what they do with their bodies. They say they do, but when you look at the facts, you look at how many women are hoeing around out here, they don't really give a damn most. Not all of them, but the majority of them do.
Right.
So yeah, Cap, I thank you, man, for what you said, man. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah. One thing, Cap. Hold on. Let me see. 1 second, brother. I got something. Hold on, Cap. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, am I getting? Hold on, Cap. Stay there for 1 second. Trending with shares. Are you trying to join the show? Because you got to let me know in the comments. Something came to my inbox, but I don't see nothing. You got to let me know if you're trying to join the show, and I can add you. And Cap, stay on there for a second, man, because maybe you can talk to her too. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Trending with shares. Give me a comment right now if you can, and say yes, I'm trying to join the show, and I will send you a link. I'll send you a link right now. Actually, I'm assuming that's what you're trying to do. So let me send you a link. It'll be refreshing to have a woman's point of view anyway on this as well. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
Oh, I also wanted to state this. Another reason one of the main reasons, ladies, black ladies, that you're some of the least desired of women out of all
Hold
other
on, Cap.
groups.
1 second. I'm sorry, Cap. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Hold on. Okay. Trending with shares. I just sent you the link. Click on the link and you can join the show. I just sent you something. Okay, Cap. Please continue, brother. I'm sorry.
But like I was stating, one of the main reasons why, whether you know it or not, sisters, to all my sisters that follow both myself and Mr. Hill, maybe if you want to keep on having babies out of wedlock, and then not only that, becoming pregnant by hoodlums and thugs, then just maybe, and this is just my personal and honest opinion, you would not, instead of you being the least likely in the dating market, you would go from being the least likely in the dating market to the most likely to date in the dating market and on dating apps. Because whether you know it or not, sisters, white guys are paying close attention to all your dysfunction, all your fuck ups. Excuse my language. Guys of other races as well. And those are some of the main reasons why other races of guys don't want anything to do with a black woman. They already are going on social media complaining about your messed up attitudes. To make matters even worse, having to deal with your out of wedlock kids by multiple guys, and on top of that, your multiple STDs from dealing with so many hoodlums, so many dysfunctional, toxic men.
I agree. You made a very good point that other people from other ethnic groups are watching us. What's her name on here says, I'm trying to get to it. Damn, I just passed it up. She says everybody needs to stop raw dogging. That's right. Now look, I don't put myself above nobody, y'all. I'm a man of like passions. Okay, I know how good it feels to be in that tuna box, raw dogging, like everybody else. The pull-out game weak sometimes, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not worth bringing in children into this world that you're not willing to take care of. Now, what's that lady's name? Sharing with shares, trending with shares. I sent you the link. You gotta click the link. If you're having problems, let me know in the comments, because I think Cap would also like to talk to you. And don't wait for him to leave. Just join us, and we'll all talk together, and we can share our points of view if you don't mind. So we're just waiting on you to click that link. Once you do, you'll pop up, and I'll add you to the show.
Yeah, I'm like you, Jerry. I would like to be able to hear a woman's point of view on this topic as well.
I figured that. I think a lot of us would. I think a lot of us would like to hear both sides. Okay, here she come, Cap. Hold on. Excuse me right quick. I feel to add it to the show. Hey, what's up with it? Trending with shares. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Unmute yourself. I can't hear you. I don't hear nothing. I see you. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe it's me. Hello? Hold on. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear
you
you,
hear
but I
Cap?
don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear.
Okay, okay, I hear you now. I'm sorry, it was me. I turned the volume down like an idiot. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What would you like to bring to the table with this? Hello.
To be honest with you, because I'm 29 years old. So I look at this generation as really weird because I grew up in a time where females respected themselves. So to see how this generation has just fell downhill and really in a 3-year period, because that's how I really look at it. Since the 2020, like our people already was, effed up, but the community is like even more horrible because internet has exposed SDX to the world, and the fact that mothers are not guiding their children, like the older generation really wasn't. At the same time, they was, and it's like in today's time they're not even really giving the opinions to truly like help guide the next generation of females. So I think that's another big reason also is because like I love my mom and everything like that, but she's still in her 50s out here trying to find somebody. So just imagine how many other young girls are growing up in there, right? And trying to keep their heads level. And the only reason I got my head level was because I never wanted to be a baby mama. I always wanted to be with one person to have my family. That's why I have only 2 kids with one man, right? So I don't know. It's horrible. It really is.
I would like to say this, y'all, for all the gentlemen who's watching my show right now, that you see right here a woman speaking, a black woman, who is saying to you she doesn't want to be a baby mama. There are women out there that exist like her. There are women out there. The problem is, it's an old saying that the squeakiest wheel gets the most oil. The women who do not want to be in marriages, they are the loudest, so they get the most attention. Women who have wisdom and have discernment and self-respect are quieter than the hoes that make all the noise. So, gentlemen, there are more women out there who really do want to be in a marriage, who want to treat you like a good man. So I want you to know that there is hope. It's cool to be a passport bro if you want to. I'm not knocking that at all either. But I want you to know that there's people on our soil that still want to see the black family grow. He's an example of that. Cap, do you have anything you want to ask this young lady?
Yeah, I
Oh, I'm
wanted to
sorry.
ask.
Wait, Cap. Cap. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you the fuck out. I'm sorry. Someone,
He loves
someone just,
doing it.
yeah. Nah, yeah, I do. I do cut people. I know why. It's just how I am. I got to put this on the screen right quick. The dude who asked Lonnie K, how do you receive donations? I'm gonna put it up there for you, sir. My Cash App will be going across the screen now. And you also can do other ways, but that's my Cash App. If you want to give a Cash App or anything like that, you can send a donation like that, or you can do Super Chat. Okay, please continue, Cap. Sorry.
I wanted to ask you, what's your name again?
Did she freeze?
It looks like it.
Yeah. I think you. There she is.
Ashley.
Ashley, okay, Miss Ashley. Do you agree so far on our 2 cents that both me and Jeremy has given so far throughout this whole entire live session? And in what ways you say you agree on it?
Did she freeze again?
Yeah, it could be the area she's in. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it might be the reception or
She
something. She may
hopped
have.
out.
There she go. Ashley, is it? Yeah, she cutting out. It might be a reception problem. You can still join the show, Ashley, if you trying to fix the situation because you just cut out completely. I don't see her no more. Do you see her, Cap?
I don't either. I just see that her video is her camera is rebuffering.
Yeah, she left. Come back in. If you're trying to come back in, Ashley, send me another comment. Let me know that you're trying to come back in, and I'm going to try to send you a link again so you can click that link. Maybe that brings you back in. Okay. The other guy, somebody else who wants to join. Damn it, I can't find him. Hey, brother. I just saw you. Robinson, I think. Send me the link. Okay, thank you, Cap, because I got so much shit popping on right here. Oh, here she comes again. Let me see. Add it back on. Hello? Okay, I see you. Can we hear you?
Yeah, that's what happens when you use the house internet and not your internet.
Okay, I got you.
Like I wanted to ask you, Miss Ashley, do you agree so far on the feedback both I and Mr. Hill have been given throughout this session so far, and in what ways you agree on it?
To be honest with you, naturally I agree with 100%. Both of y'all are saying because I have this thing about me where I really respect men on a higher degree than the average females. Like I grew up in a Muslim household. So even though I'm not Muslim, I just believe in Allah. But I grew up in that structure, right? Even though I live in America. So I always understood that a woman has to have a man, period. Like you can say whatever you want to, feel however you want to, but at the end of the day, without a man, women would be nothing. I think women don't understand that woman was created for man. It wasn't
Thank
the
you.
other way around. People don't
Thank you.
understand the Bible. So I listen to a lot of
Thank you.
male content. And the only reason I even was able to find Jeremy Hill was through the Do Better podcast. I love him. And he was playing some of your content. And I was like, who is this black man, Jeremy Hill? I'm like, I need to subscribe. So I've been
Thank you.
subscribed ever since. Like I be in the clouds. I really don't. Like some other platforms I get on also there's other black men that have that I personally feel like give great content that's really showing young men and also women who have the ears to listen on what to do within their life. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I have my own YouTube channels, so I respect it. Like I ain't gonna lie, since the beginning of this year, my brother is the one that got me addicted to y'all content because he had me looking at some black guy, and then I was like, man, I need to go find me some of these black men, and now I have my own army. So yeah.
Well, Ashley, if you want to, you can let us know what your channel is, and we'll I'm assuming you make content like what I make. We'll support you too. Just put that in the comments, and people try to go to her channel. We'll try to support you as well. That's enough for everybody to eat out here. I'm not one of them dudes to be like, I don't put your shit up there. I don't want nobody sitting. That's a weak dude. I'm not that kind of
I
guy.
know, and it's other creators that I look at too that does the same thing. They push that same agenda, and I respect that because that's what's wrong with our community. It's like we don't want to see other people eat, but it's like, why would you not want to see all of us eat? It's so big, we all can get a plate. Trust me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Cap.
Speaking of which, Ashley, how do you feel about the state of our race as far as how women are glorifying and praising having kids outside of marriage to the extent where they're going as far as having gender reveal parties without ever being married, and also baby showers as well without ever being married, much less engaged nowadays?
Again, it really do start at home. Like I think sometimes because of slavery, we never truly broke down what it did within our community. We always just look at the white man made us slaves. We don't deep dive and understand that we've been traumatized from generation after generation. And then instead of us as a community coming together, instead we go outside of our community and help everybody else around us. And then in our community, we just violate each other, feel like drugs is the key. All women need to open their legs up, and that's where we at because it's like it's been broken down generation after generation. Like I was so blessed that I broke my family curse, cause for I grew up in a family curse. So at the end of the day, think about there's so many families that's going through that same thing. So a lot of these young people are lost because they don't have stability, and it's worse now because we got the internet. So now
Right.
think about this, no stability, and then your parents don't even have stability because now they out there in the streets just like you. So it's like it's a
Right.
lose lose.
Let me tell you something.
I
I gotta
agree.
hold on. Let me say this right here. One thing about this show, it's okay to disagree with one another. You know what I mean? It's all love and respect. So everything you said, I agree except for one part. One part. I gotta say this. The part I disagree with is always slavery. I am tired of that. I know that there's systemic racism out there. I know there's things that put up against black people. But let me tell you something. The white man is not behind me making me join gangs. I was a gang banger. The white man wasn't behind me telling me to sell drugs. I was a drug dealer. The white man had nothing to do with the negative things that I decided to do. What we need to do in our community is stop blaming everyone for our individual actions. Okay, white people did their thing. We know that. We did that. But can you honestly tell me right now, anybody, that when a woman lays on her musty back and let a man bust a nut in her, that the white man is there instructing her ass to take that nut? Cause I'm sorry, this how I talk. This how I
It's
talk.
the truth,
That's how I
but
talk.
you're
That's how I
right.
talk, right? It's how it is. But I get vulgar, but I'm being real. But can you honestly tell me, anybody out there, when a woman lets a man skeet in her face and she eat his booty, that the white man was right there with a bullhorn and say, eat his booty, eat his booty? No, that's a decision that you are making. Stop blaming other people for the fuck shit that you choose to do. That's the only thing I have disagreement with what you're saying with. But
And
everything
see,
else you
and that's why
said,
we
I
need
am in
men.
agreement with.
And that's why I say we need men because you supposed to check. See, women see it like checking, but I don't see it like that. I feel like as if I'm in a relationship with you, if I'm doing something and I'm saying something that ain't necessarily right, you supposed to come in and be like, "Babe, yeah, you right, but yeah, you also was wrong about that part." So that's why I love listening to your content because you keep it 100, and it's like it's not you checking me. It's just I feel the same way. I always felt the same way, even when I was growing up. That slavery, we can't use that as an excuse why we killing each other. Just say we're killing each other. We can't blame it on other, people. So yeah, I
Thank
agree.
you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. For you to say that shows that you have some feminine quality about you because femininity has to be based on humility.
Yeah.
You're humble by saying that. You're displaying humility. Gentlemen, there are women who are still out there like that. It's hard to find them because of the hoes, but as you can tell, there's women like this out here. You see what I'm saying? So don't
Like I
give
said, I
up
just
hope. All right, Cap, anything you want to say, brother?
Yeah, and I'm glad you stated how to Mr. Hill Yeah, well, I take that back, Miss Hill, how you stated to her, Ashley, how it was one thing you disagreed upon her about. Now, Ashley, is there anything that you have ever uh, disagreed upon after, as long as you have been following Mr. Hill's content that you would like to touch base on him with?
That's a good question. Anything.
Oh, okay. Well, first we're gonna start off by saying my name is Sharice.
Oh, I thought her name
It's
was Ashley.
okay. It's okay. I get it. It gets I don't know why my mom named me that, but yeah, I'm used to it now. But my name is Sharice. But to
My
be honest
apologies.
with you, no, it's fine. Trust me. When you grow up with a name like this, you used to it, so don't bother you. But to be honest with you, I look at your content for the last couple of months. I haven't seen nothing that you haven't said that I really haven't disagreed with. Like, to be honest with you, like, I really respect your content because you've been on TikTok, which is really cool. So I get to see a different aspect of another man's thought and the way they think. I ain't gonna lie, I'm that type of female. I love to get in the shoes of a man and understand where they're coming from. I'm not trying to be y'all, but I love to understand where y'all coming from. So I attract a lot of older men and a lot of younger guys that's got their heads on straight. So I tend to talk to that aspect. Not saying I don't talk to females, but yeah. So I really had nothing negative to say. Because then again, my boyfriend's 57, so he correct me
Okay.
all the time.
Well, let me ask you this, Sharice. Sharice, is that the right way to say it? Sharice? Is that
You
right?
said it right, yeah.
Okay, Sharice. So let me ask you this. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask me?
It's like you cover everything, so it's kind of hard to you just put me on the spot with it. But you really have because it's like your chin is really you do a lot of different content. I like it. It's really different. So it's kind of hard for me to even ask you a question because I think you really be covering it all. So that's why I was like, I need to jump on here, at least give them a cash up to know that I really because of some people I be in the background of some people's channels and I like, man, now I need to like put myself out there and let them know that I do listen to a lot of their content because I listen like I said, I listen to a lot of other men content. I've been on a couple of other different platforms. So again, I respect our black men. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we have y'all. So shout out to the both of y'all. And by the way, what's your channel? Because I didn't hear
Oh,
the name of your channel. Because I want to
my
subscribe to
channel would
it.
be at Capri Social Network 1261. Because I actually happened to attach it during the live chat before I joined Mr. Hill during the live stream. So if you go back to the very beginning of the video after this session, you will be able to come across it. And once again, it's
Okay,
at
good.
Capri Social Network 1261.
Okay, because I
Before
can't
y'all go any further, excuse me real quick. KFC, if you want to join the show, you got to send an email to the address that I'm going to put on there. Hold on. Send an email to jeremyhillshow1@gmail.com, and then I can send you the link, and then you can join the show. So maybe all of us can have a talk. We all can have, like in the country, we can call it a powwow, a bonfire. We all. I'm a country boy, man. I'm a country boy still at heart, man. I love me some yams, some pig feet, some neck bones, some chitlins, some hog maws. I'm still that type of dude.
Collard greens too.
Woo! Damn.
I can't say that. I'm from a small place myself, Bessemer, Birmingham. So yeah.
You
Oh,
from
really? I'm
Alabama?
from Birmingham.
Yeah, my Alabama always.
Oh shit,
Bessemer,
Cap.
Birmingham too. Wow.
little town.
Oh well,
Hood.
damn,
That's
y'all
I know
neighbors and shit.
I don't live in Alabama. I live in Tennessee now, but yeah, that's where I'm from originally. I always gonna represent.
You said Bessemer?
Okay.
Yeah, I said I stay in Tennessee now. I live in Tennessee.
Oh, you
I
are
want to give a
originally from
thank you.
Bessemer.
Hold on one quick. Thank you, Lonnie Kennedy, for sending me the Cash App. It won't show up on my screen because I don't have it set up that way, but it went to my Gmail. Thank you for the donation. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, Cap, go ahead, brother. Y'all keep talking.
Well, you did say you from Bessemer, Birmingham, right?
Yeah,
Bessemer,
that's my
Alabama.
friend.
Some people call it Belma instead of Bessemer.
That's crazy. Well, I moved in 2001 because it was going downhill. So my stepdad moved us to Tennessee. So I've been a Tennessean for the last 20 some years. So.
Okay, and you like it a whole lot better than Alabama, they don't.
Yeah, because I'm in a small place and I love it. I'm not a city type of person anyway, so I love living in a small town, which is where I live at. So I can't complain.
Okay. Excuse me. Adrian Robinson, if you're going to join the show, you got to come on now, man. You can't wait till everybody get off because we everybody get off. I'm shutting down the show. So if you're trying to get on the show, if you can, go ahead and email me right now because we ain't gonna wait till everybody get off and you join on. you're gonna have to jump on, brother. You know how we get down. So get on and everybody join the group conversation. Okay, the group conversation. Okay. So you know how to email me and I send you the link, brother. Come on. And also Mama Gemini, to the Cash App or to get on the show. I don't know what that question is. The Cash App is different. The Cash App will go across your screen. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta moderate and maintain this thing while I'm talking to y'all at the same time. So yeah, if y'all want to join the show, that's my Instagram right there. I mean my sorry, I'm doing so much shit. Join the show, email this right here, and then I'll send you a link. You gotta let me know in the comments that you emailed me so that I can send you the link. Thank you. All right, go ahead, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Y'all talking about eating barbecue wings and shit in Alabama or some fuck shit. No, let's get let's get back to what we talking about now. We getting too far away from eating candy yams and shit. I know it's my fault and stuff like that, but you know what I mean. So let me ask you this: what do y'all think about the situation with Joe Smith and his wife? I know both of y'all may be familiar with that. I can see the way you shaking your head, Sharice. Huh? It's fucked up, ain't it?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Go ahead. I want to hear it.
I was
Go
about
ahead.
to say, I started off my first channel, well, really my second channel because I had a gaming channel, but my second channel, I started off my first episode talking about damn Adam 22 when he was slutting out his wife. So to see this, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I don't know why everybody pretending like all these stars don't sleep with whores. They ain't figured it out yet. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all on that one.
That's crazy, man. And hold on, let me say this right. Let me say this before you get in there. Like I said in my video I made today, a hoe gonna be a hoe. Like a tiger is gonna be a tiger, man. That ain't gonna change. If a hoe is a hoe, and she just needs to be in her environment like a fish need to be in water, a hoe can try to suppress who she is for the man who has the bag. If she say, "Oh, a hoe is an opportunist," if she see a man say, "Oh, he got everything, he'll give me everything, but he ain't gonna put up with my foolishness," let me pretend to be someone else. Now, when he loses his money and shit go down the drain, then that hoe will come back like herpes. You know, you can't suppress it like herpes medication suppress the herpes. So a hoe, in a way, is like a herpes. It comes back, and when she hide herself, it goes away like a herpes. That's my personal opinion. Go ahead.
I also want to state that reminds me of how you asked her about both of us about the Joe Smith situation. How I made a video. I just literally made a video similar to that situation that talks about the reasons men shouldn't wife up whores.
What was that, brother?
It reminds me of a video I just posted yesterday about 9 reasons why men shouldn't wife up whores. It's one of my most recent videos that I just posted.
Okay. Oh, I think it says horse thoughts and some other stuff in the hashtags.
Well, in the thumbnail, it's got examples of women that fit that description. But the title, I believe the title would be 9 reasons why guys shouldn't wife up whores.
That's right. Adrian, I just sent you the email, man. I sent you the link, so I'm waiting on you. I'm listening to you, brother. Go ahead. I'm still listening. Yeah. I'm trying to do so much shit at the same time.
I also want to ask you this, Ms. Sharice. What's your take on women, how they do choose to become baby mamas? They always, first and foremost, choose some of the worst and undeserving men to become baby mamas from a back.
I would say the biggest reason why a lot of these females out here doing it is because they have no class. Some of them ain't got no morals. Cause in my job, I work at Amazon. This girl, she's like in her early 20s. She got 2 kids, 2 baby daddies. The boyfriend she with now, they do OnlyFans. And me and my other friends, we was kind of talking about the situation, and I was like, I couldn't do that because I have morals, and it kind of messed the other girl up, the one with the OnlyFans, because she looking like, how she gonna sit here and say something like that? And I'm like, I got 2 kids myself, I got 2 kids by one man. I ain't doing no, because I think it's cool and I think it's cute to put my body on the line, and then when I do that, then I want to get mad when somebody has say something about I ain't got no morals. It's like you got to pick and choose your battles.
Right. Mr. AD in the house. Mr. Adrian in here. Looking fly with his Texas hat. Representing Texas. Fuck Alabama. We talking about Texas. Fuck Alabama. It's all about Texas, baby. We gonna get this shit cracking in here. It's Texas all the way. No, I'm messing with you, man. What the echo? Thank you, Miss Gemini. What you gotta say, brother?
I'm supporting the Rangers right now. We won our first World Series. Brother Jeremy, y'all already won, y'all. It's our time now.
Okay. What you got to contribute to the subject matter, homie?
All this messing. I was gonna add a few things in, but I was gonna say that, I think a lot of confusion comes from the club scenes and the bar scenes and stuff like that. That being a hoe on the street, it's cool. It has value. It
Yeah.
depends. It depends on the type of woman you are, though. Uh, I'm seeing a lot of brothers choose to just, they got money. A lot of the sisters probably really want to be monogamous with, but a lot of the guys becoming polyamorous,
Yes.
and
I've been.
they don't
Yes.
understand they don't understand they can't. The only way they gonna defeat these guys, they gonna defeat the other women off of them, is if they become feminine and show more purpose with the man and be in support roles of
I
what that man is.
agree.
That they show them that there's something they discern in themselves and esteem themselves. That would help out a lot of sisters, because there's competition. There's some more attractive races out here. So I
Yeah.
mean, you can't take that away. I mean, sisters, I'm a support of brother stand with the sisters, but when the femininity ain't there, when the upkeeping ain't there, the structure of disciplining yourself is not there. I recommend that you go try something else. So so you can get your experience. You know,
Adrian had just dropped the bomb. I'm sorry about cutting you off, but you said a mouthful that I am in 1000% in agreement to what you said. Women have a lot of competition now from other races, and if the femininity isn't there from our own, we need to go to where we are appreciated. We are. I agree with you 100%. And before you say anything else, I got to tell you a quick story about the poly shit. Because I have been approached by 3 sets of women in my lifetime that want to do poly, right? I never did it. The only reason why I didn't do it, because there's always an ugly motherfucker behind it. It was like one pretty one, and the other one was ugly or fat and big as a house. So I couldn't get with them because I gotta have both. I'm just being honest with you. That's my experience. So poly, that's all I got. I just wanted to share. I know because you brought it up and made me think about a history. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry about it. Please continue.
oh no, you find it. It let you reminisce there a little bit there, Mr. Jeremy, Brother Jeremy. There, but I tell you what, I saw some things myself, and I can tell you right now that there's some brothers out here that got some money, and they inviting the other ladies to their tables. So
Yes.
if you're not putting forth your best version of yourselves, and you're not leap and I got something to say to I don't know what her name is. The lovely
Sharice.
lady in the Sharice. All right. How you doing, Sharice?
Excellent.
That the when we look back into our culture, I think the thing is we need to understand where we got some information from. And we do need to look deep down into that, but we don't need to blame it. We don't need to keep shaming and blaming it. To keep changing things, to keep things to remain the same, and try not to find solution in ourselves. So that's the thing that a lot of people don't do in our culture, and we have not been instilled with, is the value of looking at ourselves, questioning the what things that are not working for us that we may not fully understand, going back to our parents, our grandmothers, and things of that nature, and we have to be acceptable to what we can get. Because a lot of like he was saying earlier on the Kendra show, a lot of those women just on there dreaming, and I can't take them serious. So
That part.
they just selling you. They just selling the dream out there for themselves. They make them feel good. We know they deal in their feelings and emotions, and that's fine. But we know most of those women, they will never get that, and they remain single. And if they get something, it may be something they just shooting high and shooting for the sky. You know what I'm saying? I
Hold
mean
on one
that.
second, Adrian. Hold on one second. KFC, I just sent you the link to the email. You want to join the show? I just got your email and I just sent you the link. So you can just pop on that link and we all start talking about it. Everybody, let's get back to the topic of baby mama culture. I want to try to knock out this thing. I want us to see if we can find a solution and what our opinions are from points of view. So question,
Yeah.
is the baby mama culture destroying the black community in your humble opinion? I want to start with Adrian. I want to start with after that I want to start with Cap and I want to start with Sharice. I want your opinion on that. Go ahead, Adrian, and keep it kind of short for a minute because we got a lot more people on here. Please, thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, it speak too.
No,
I mean,
man,
don't get
don't
wrong,
take it
man.
like that. Now I'm gonna take that Texas hat off your ass and shit. I ain't mean like that. I'm just saying like, cause we gotta rotate. You know what I'm saying? Don't be playing with me, man. You from Texas, man. You making me look bad. You supposed to be like, yeah, Negro. Yeah, I got you. That's what you supposed to be
Yeah, I
saying, some
got you,
shit.
kinfolk. You know how I get down over
Hey,
here.
man. All
Yeah,
right, bro.
yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Look, I think it is destroying the culture. Is sending out the wrong message to the new generations, making things too acceptable just to, take the easy route out instead of putting the work in, not using faith without works. I mean, having faith without works is dead.
Right.
It's taking that out the culture. It's removing structure and discipline. It's giving a false narrative that women should be the covering and I believe that we need to get that back into the teaching of that back into our sisters and giving them something. And the brothers need to play their part and make sure that they are the best version of themselves. They can give the same experiences that's needed for the sisters to feel like they're elevating in their life or whatever, something like that. Just give them a world that they feel good in.
Exactly, man. Thank you. That what you said made a whole lot of sense, and you're correct about the teaching part. Cap, give me your opinion, man. A short answer, please. We're gonna try to rotate it. Let's get it going.
I personally feel like if we were to have more confidence in ourselves as a black race and realize how we're more valuable than having kids outside of marriage, instead we'll focus on more having kids after marriage or marriage before we have kids, then maybe we will be better as a whole, as a race. We may not
I
be
agree.
we may not be completely all there along with other races, but that would be one aspect of us being able to approve as an African American or the African American race.
One second, I'll
Oh,
be ready.
oh, he vanished. Sharice, what do you think about that question, Sharice?
I think the baby mama culture been here for a while, and the difference is the internet just truly exposed it, and it also gave women the clout to be able to have other races of men to simp to them. So that part also is another reason why this baby mama culture is. And then the fact that they want cookies and ray rays, they don't actually want good men. They say they do, but they want them after they get old and dust. So I say, as women, if women would just be feminine and know what they are and who they are, then they wouldn't be baby mamas.
I agree with you. Adrian
And,
just dipped off. He'll
and
be back. 1 second, Cap.
did I
Hold
ask
on.
you?
Cap. Hold on for a second. 1 second. The brother that sent me that, Kev, you got to join the show, man. When you can, right quick, because when everybody get off, I'm shutting it down, man. So come on there when you get a chance. Go ahead, Cap. I'm sorry.
Oh, Miss Sharice, did you not say that you don't have kids? I'm sorry.
No, I do. I do. I
Okay.
have a 10-year-old son and a 8 going on 9-year-old daughter. But I was intelligent as a young lady because from 18 to 26 years old, I was with my son and daughter's father. So we not to be stopped being together in 2020, and I'm with my boyfriend now of 2 years. Actually, a couple of days ago, it's 2 years. So yeah, I have 2 kids.
So
Okay.
do you wish sometimes you would have married, or are you satisfied being single with kids?
I to be honest with you, I never wanted to be married growing up because I believe in polygamy. So I believe that a man should be able to have more than one woman in his life because a man
Ooh,
is
wee, gentlemen, you just found another woman who make you happy. No, I'm sorry, but
I
yeah,
don't
I just had
believe
to throw that in
I
there.
don't and when I say this, I don't believe that a man, this is just my opinion. Broke his
Mhm.
fellas when I say it, but I don't care. I don't believe that a man should have two women that he's having sex with her together. I think it should be separate. I don't want to be doing nothing with her. She's your woman. We in this as a collective, but we should be doing it separate. So I don't believe in it. The other word that y'all were just saying throwing around. I believe in the man being dominant in that area where he has his women. I believe in the lion and lioness, thing. I'm very animalistic in spirit
It's
sometimes.
it's it's funny that you say that, Sharice, because like that dynamic of that polygamous thing that you're talking about, I've heard of that before. I've heard about where they all are together. Like I said, I've never been in there. I know that I've
That's
been
what I
approached and stuff. They together, they have individual sex moments, and like then some of them they all get together and do it. It's
yeah,
interesting that you said that. 1 second. KFC is on the show. How you doing, Mr. KFC? I'm glad that you can join. What do you have to bring to the topic, young man? What do you have to bring to the topic, young man?
Well, thanks for that. I appreciate that. First of all, hello to you, Mr. Hill, for thanks for letting me up, and hello to all the everybody on the panel. So, looking at the title, you actually are right when you say it's baby mama culture, but I tend to think of it more in terms of actual behavior versus culture, because culture is something you actually want to keep. You want to keep your your music, your dance, your traditions, your history and everything else. So I think of that in terms of culture. So to me, it's really just behavior. And in a lot of ways, this is just something that women are doing. And one of the ways they're able to get away with it is just by simply blaming the men. That's really all it is. It's look, the women can do what it is they want, and it's always framed in a way to actually put the blame on the men. Anytime you hear women talk about this, anytime you hear whether it's women, anybody from another race or whatever, the blame always goes back to the men. And I like that video that you actually played initially, the one that actually points out where you actually have a woman, a black woman, saying, look, it's not the majority of the men. We got 1/3 of black men who are married. So we know that according to the census. And we know that, according to, other reports from the CDC, the census, the National Health Statistics Report, all of this stuff, all of this data, when you look at it, we now know that at least 54% of black men are not married and they don't have children. So that eliminates over half of black men already. And when you eliminate the men who are married, you got to presume that they're making children with their wives. So literally, at that point, it's almost 90% of black men who literally are not part of the problem. So it drills down to that small percent. And I know she said what is like almost 20%. It's actually less than that. I would say it's about 10%. And the reason I say that is that you got to remember this is what's happening also. Is that look at all these kids who are popping up who do not belong to black men. All right. Remember, you got a lot of mixed race and biracial kids that are popping up. Those are not black men's kids. That's another thing that's happening. And that's another thing that doesn't get talked about. This is spoken about at the highest levels of government. They were talking about this at a presidential debate. Anytime you hear it on mainstream media, they put all the stats up. But the problem is that the blame always goes to the men, and we act as if women are children in this process, and somehow they're not responsible. That's why they're able to get away with it. They just go, well, this guy left me, or the baby popped out and then he took off. And what they're not telling you is that there was never a relationship to begin with. For most of these women, there was never a relationship to begin with. And that's really
Let me say this, Kev, because, I have to cut some people off, not to be disrespectful to nobody, but I have to cut people off when I hear a point that they're making. I agree with that right there. It's very funny to me. That's why I try to hold women accountable. As you see on my show, we got to get back to putting the blame where the blame is supposed to be. It's not the white man's fault that you got pregnant. It's not your cousin's fault that you got pregnant. It is absolutely your fault for sleeping. And here's the thing, Mr. KFC, if you don't mind me calling you KFC.
That's fine.
Women tend to know the type of character of the men that they sleep with before they fuck them. They know that they are already got baby mamas. They already know they are drug dealers. They already know they're parolees and probationers. They already know they do all this and all that, but they still choose to eat their booty. And it's all because they want to. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. We got to put the blame back on the women who are doing it. Now, men get them pregnant, yes, but the most of the responsibility is going to fall on the shoulders of the woman. If the man leaves, it is up to you to carry that child for 9 months. It's up to you now to try to stick him for child support. It's up to you now trying to find a babysitter. It's up to you now to find out about all that responsibility falls on you at that point. So we got to put the blame on the shoulders of the one who actually can have the babies. You making decisions. Everybody have a choice to make a decision of their own. And you cannot keep blaming factors like your circumstance, your neighborhood, or your mama, the man down the street, dog shit in your yard. You can't blame other people for the things that you are doing. So I agree with you 100%. I just want to expound upon what you just said. Please continue.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really like when we have this conversation, that's almost the biggest. To me, it's not a secret. See, most of the men notice that it's not a secret because we see these guys with I don't know if you saw the video. There was a guy with 46 kids, 20 plus baby mamas.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Okay, so there you go. So that literally confirms what the men already know, what most of the men already know. I have a son, I raised all my kids, all this they're all adults now, and I made a point to make sure that I did everything I could to get my daughters to adulthood. adulthood, no kids, no criminal record. You basically all it is, same thing with my son, and they're all productive people. And what you find missing in a lot of this is that basically the father's missing. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Fathers generally cut down on all of this foolishness and nonsense.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Fathers are needed.
Yeah. So if you have a woman who's making babies and then not having the father involved, then what happens is, you got this kid, he's growing up, no discipline, no structure, no order, no guidance, no mentorship, and then he's out of control, he or she, and then all these problems continue from the next generation to the next generation. And then people start bringing in all this other stuff, and I'm like, look, it's not generational trauma. You're the trauma. You're creating the trauma by actually doing things you're not supposed to do. And it has to start, and you got to put it where it belongs, which is women are making decisions to produce children with men who don't want to be husbands, who don't want to be fathers, and then they try to correct it after the fact. There's a lot of that going on too. Basically, what you good men need to do is, mentor these kids who don't have fathers. You got to get these men under control. No, we don't. It's not our job to do that.
Okay, Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin, let me cut you right quick. I want everybody on the panel to take turns asking each other question. Like, for example, if you have a question for Kevin, Cap, Sharice, and Adrian, ask them and ask them. I want to all to give our points of view about this situation. So I want to start with Adrian first. Adrian, would you ask Kevin a question? And after that, Cap ask him a question, then Sharice ask him a question about the same topic. I want us to get all our opinions out there and what we think can be a solution. And that's it. So Adrian, ask Mr. Kevin a question, please, and then Cap, you go second. We're gonna keep it kind of short with the questions and answers so everybody can get a turn, okay, y'all? Okay, then Adrian, go ahead and ask Mr. Kevin a question, because he seemed like a very intelligent man from the way that he's talking. He's very articulate from what I see. So go ahead and ask him a question.
Yeah. So from some of my I live in a pretty major city. Like I live in the DFW area, and I'm experiencing some things that I'm seeing that I'm trying to think. Along with what I was saying earlier. I don't know if you caught what I said about the brothers going out and seeking other women, but what I was going to say is that by us shaming and blaming, holding them accountable, it has to be a benefit. What do you think is going to be something that holds value for us, but the brothers that do want to keep establishing the nuclear family? Like far as like what are some of the assets we can offer these young ladies that we need to discuss more of, like we need to let them know about 401ks, or home, stability in a home, like purchasing or owning a home.
Adrian. Hey, brother, I love you to death, man. But you all over the place, man. What is the question that you want to ask Kevin, sir? I respect you a lot, man, but get to the point right quick. Please get to Kevin.
I'm asking, what are we gonna be using because you got to show some work. You got to show your work. I'm asking, like, what do you think are going to be some of the things or resources, the tools that we're going to use to make examples of why the women should be choosing us, the men are trying to establish nuclear families?
Okay, so to me, it's very simple. So the women, look, it's very simple to me. The women who actually want to be married and raise their kids with a husband and a father and actually, be part of the nuclear family concept and everything else, what we call basically the functional and productive community, those are the women that we actually want. The ones who don't want to do that, they're ignored. They have to deal with their circumstances. They don't get any help. We don't look out for them. We don't assist them in any way. They just have to deal with, look, they decided to produce a child without a father, or correction, without a husband, and then with a man who did not want to be a father. Like, that's on them. They have to deal with that. That's the only way it gets fixed. And if they do it 3 and 4 times, 5, 10 times, it doesn't matter. They have to deal with that situation. They can struggle. They can complain about it.
Exactly.
They do not get any help. The only help and assistance that we offer are to women that are connected to us either through marriage or family. And I'll say a couple other things here real quick, and I'll pass it on to somebody else. Look, you got to be a wife. You got to be a wife. That's it. Bottom line. All right. If you're not a wife, we have nothing to do with you. You're not connected to anybody. We don't want to hear about you not protected. We don't want to hear about you not provided for. We don't hear about community building because you're not building a community, especially if
Thank
you're
you.
making kids and you're not part of a community. There's the productive community, and then there's dysfunctional single mother community and their children, and that's it. There's two separate Black communities, and that's really what needs to be the narrative. And I didn't come up with that. I've talked to other men about this, and they're like, look, uh, you got 1/3 of the men who are actually men and women who are doing what they're supposed to do, and you have men and women who are not part of the problem, and then you have a group of women who are part of the problem. Those women, we cannot consider them part of the community. We have to let people go, and everybody else does that. So we need to do the exact same thing.
This man just said a whole lot of facts and jewels. He dropped a whole lot of shit right there. He said it probably more eloquent than I ever said. Because when I come across, people say I'm bashing women when I say shit like that. But yeah, he said it in a more acceptable way, I guess, more palatable. He's right. We need. I'm gonna say it like this. I think I can get away from it. I can get away with it because what he's saying is there's two separate communities. We have heard people say this one thing I'm about to say, that there is a difference between black people and niggas. Have we not heard that before, right? Am I right? That's pretty much what he is saying in a nutshell. There are people that are dysfunctional. There are people who are destroying the community, and there's people who are not destroying, who are trying to build. Niggas, black people. Okay. Now, if for anybody white who want to join my show, you're more than welcome, but don't use that N word on here because that's only exclusive to me. All right, let's go ahead and all right, Cap, would you like that? Now, let's keep the answer short. Unless you're tired, Kevin, if you don't want to answer any more questions, that's fine. I don't want to put that burden on you. But if anybody want to, okay, Cap,
whatever they want to throw at me, I'm fine.
Okay, Cap, you ask him a question, and Sharice next is keep the answer short and keep the question short so we get a rotation here. Okay, let's go. Go, Cap.
Mr. Casey or Kevin, which one would you prefer?
Kevin's fine. Kevin, that's my first name, Kevin.
Okay, Mr. Kevin. So what's your perspective on all the feedback we have been provided on today's segment so far?
It's good feedback, good information. It's very informative and it's very direct, and it's what men and women need to hear, especially the women. Women are actually understanding that they're not being accepted, coming to men. You talked about, and I want to say that you were talking about it. You got the women who are doing all of these things that are wrong, again, making these kids, and then try to come back and say, hey, look, now I need help. At that point, it's too late. You got to deal with the situation that you created. And honestly, that's the lesson that needs to be learned. They got to learn that lesson and what they need to do. And then what we can also say, hey, look, what you need to do as a parent is pass that lesson on to your children. Don't come see us. Don't come see the productive men. Don't come, we only help the women who are connected to us through marriage and or family who are listening to us and following our guidance and direction. And that's it. If you're outside of that, we can't help you.
Exactly. Sharice, what do you want to ask him?
My question was about family trauma because I know that is a big stepping stone to why a lot of Black people are where they at. So what's your opinion on that?
So, and that is a real thing, and I don't want to dismiss that. And I would say, what actually helps alleviate that is having the complete family intact, meaning that you have to know and realize that you have some issue, emotional trauma or issues that you're dealing with. But what you don't want to do is compound it by making your situation worse. Well, what needs to happen is that if you're dealing with something, as it relates to emotion and trauma and all this other stuff, that must be resolved before you actually start, creating more problems on top of what you're already dealing with. And I submit when you add stuff like criminal activity, destructive behavior, promiscuity, children, by the way, who are innocent in the whole, who are innocent in all of this, stuff that you're dealing with, you're further, traumatizing them and actually adding to the problem while you still haven't resolved your own issues. So what people are going to have to do is look, they have to realize and do introspection and go, look, I have a problem. I need to deal with this. And before I actually do anything else to make this worse, I'm going to clear this up first. There's nothing wrong with somebody having, a past. We get all of that. But what you don't want to do is not deal with your past and then start bringing other people into it and then adding to the problem and the destruction of the community. Right?
Exactly. Okay, now we're gonna play musical chairs right quick. I think we ought to ask Adrian a question or something like that. Anybody want to ask Adrian a question right quick and see what his point of view? And Adrian, we got to keep it short. That's everybody, so we can pass it around.
Yeah, Mr. Adrian, what's your take on the state of baby mama culture? You think that if there were more, in other words, black women having kids after marriage, that the black race will be much better off, or no?
I think it keep the nuclear family dynamic going, which is the best solution and be the suitable for the children. I believe they should stick to the morals of having children after marriage. They'll provide them more security with two parents for the children.
Good answer. Sharice, you got a question for him? But we can't hear you, Sharice. What you saying?
Oh, I said I don't. See, I'll be talking on my bad. Sorry. I don't have.
Well, Adrian, I gotta say this about Adrian, man. Adrian, I got a lot of love for you. I'm gonna tell you why, brother. Before Kevin, do you have a question for him? Before I say that, I heard echo. But Adrian, I got a lot of love for you because you look like my cousin Jason, my first cousin. You talk like him, you act like him. That's why I keep jabbing at you the way I do, because I'm dealing with you like you my family. Like that's how I do him. I be on his ass. So please don't ever take what I say the wrong way. But that's how I treat him, man. Kev, you have any questions you want to ask Adrian?
Well, not for Adrian, but when we get to the young lady, I did have a question for her.
Okay, Sharice, your turn. Musical chair time. Kevin have a question for you.
So, Sharice, first of all, it's nice to meet you, young lady. And when and if you have this conversation with other women, what is their feedback on this topic as far as this, kids out of wedlock, just misbehaving, being destructive, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But let's just focus on what are they, what's their response when you talk to them about that?
A lot of young girls, because I try to be in a circle of my own kind, which is older people. But when I do get around younger females, they all are following the agenda that's going on right now. They don't care about having multiple baby daddies. They don't care
Right.
about having OnlyFans. They don't care. I even had to tell one of the girls she ain't had no morals and made her feel a certain type of way. But a lot of these younger girls don't care. They don't. But like I'm 29, even though I look like I'm in my early 20s, I'm 29 years old. So I tend to hang around people in their 50s and 40s. I don't personally like to hang around younger people. And the younger people I do tend to gravitate towards me are mature for their age. So again, I try not to hang around females like that. The females I do hang with, the one I hang with the most, she actually is not married, but she wants to get married and have kids. So the dude she's with, she told him already, we can't have no kids until we get married. So that's the type of energy I like to be around.
Okay, yeah, and that's good. But yeah, but you did point to something that's very interesting, is that your women are having this conversation among themselves, and then you have women who just literally don't care about their actually creating more problems.
Exactly.
But these are the same women who are going to want help later on.
Yep.
Exactly. Let me say this right here. The stuff that all of you are talking about, or the stuff that I talk about, it's the same thing. Like I get a lot of feedback from men and women. Some men get mad at me for things I say, but I really don't care. I will never change. Like I said before, I won't change my content to get a subscriber, and I won't change it to keep one either. If you want to leave, get the fuck on. That has nothing to do with that. I'm gonna let you know right now. We are at a war among ourselves in this community, and it saddens me to hear that what Sharice said, that women are actually promoting and pushing and get upset when you tell them to be moral. That lets you know how far we have fallen. But it can change. It begins with teaching. It begins with loving yourself and wanting something different. See, like I said before, I'm not like a real genius guy. I don't have a PhD and all stuff like that. I'm actually a reformed street dude, if you want to call it that. I used to do all stuff in the streets, and I'm not bragging. But what I noticed when I was gangbanging, a lot of the men that was gangbanging with me were products of single parent homes. Majority, everybody I know that was cripping with me didn't have a daddy in the household. Almost every one of them. And I'm not saying that to brag, but I want you later to understand, when the father, a good father, because you can be a father and be a piece of shit. I'm talking about good fathers. When there's a good father in the home, it can kind of deter a young man from going that route. True, a young man will try to still test the boundaries, because when we start, as we say in the country, we start feeling our nuts, we're going to try to buck against the system and stuff like that. That's just natural. That's testosterone. But when you have a man to lead that son and them daughters, it's important to the daughters too, because it shows the daughter what type of man that you supposed to be with, to serve and honor and love if you got a good father. Fathers are important. And I am so tired of them making us look like we are not. You get what I'm saying? So before I end this, I'm gonna end the show. I hardly ever go this long because my ass hurts sitting down so damn long. But what I'm gonna do, ladies and
That's why I love this show. Never
I
gonna
just
be
keep.
a dull moment.
Yeah,
Never.
get your pillow, a seat pillow.
Yeah, you're
Get
right,
you a
man.
seat
I might
pillow.
need to. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's how women can sit down because they have ass. They can sit down for years. That's why they can sit down, and get their hair down, get their hair did for 3 or 4 hours at a time, sit down their ass. I can't do that, man. When I used to have dreadlocks, man, that's why I cut them out. I got tired of sitting my ass down for so damn long, to be honest with you. Had dreads down to my shoulders. But anyway, long story short, if yeah, I used to have dreads, man. Believe it or not, I cut my head off now, bald. I still grow hair. Don't think I'm losing my hair all the way, but yeah. But anyway, long story short, y'all. Is there anything else y'all want to say before we get out of here? Mr. Kevin, I greatly appreciate your first time coming on here. Sharice, I greatly appreciate your first time. Cap has been with me from the beginning, from the first day that I ever did a live stream. He always get my love and my support and my respect because he was the first person to come on there. When he first came on there, I said, man, this dude finna try to eat my ass up. He finna say something crazy and shit to me. But he didn't. He was a real dude, man. I still respect him for that. And Kevin, I'm so glad. Kevin, he looked like a young man to me. I give you a respect as an elder, sir, but I'm always gonna treat you like your family. Anyone want to add anything before I close it down? Anybody else want to make a point? Let's go in line. First, let's go with Adrian. Then we go with Kevin. Then we go with Cap. Then we go with Cherie. Let's get it.
I was just gonna say that I've been really doing some of my own work here and just kind of filling in all the different stuff that I'm hearing on podcasting and things I was taught from that's been passed down to me from my grandparents and my people in my family, people I've been surrounded with. I'm living here in this city here, and I'm kind of I'm a little concerned that we're not even looking at about a lot of us the women that want the type of guys we are. We need to understand they do want to transition into society, which is to the suburbs, some of the nice areas. So you need to make sure that you are doing the work and becoming the best version of yourself to provide that for a woman that you want of that quality that we say we want in our community. So that's my thing I want to say. That's just something I kind of been observing. I've heard Kev say it. He said the ladies want to be in the Friscos, the this place and that place. So yeah, just keep that in mind, brothers. I just want to let y'all know that. Just keep that on your mind. That's where you need
Okay.
to be at.
Okay, Kev, what would you like to say, sir, if you want to say anything?
So I would say we need to continue to challenge the women to straighten up their act and deal with the situation that they've created for themselves. Now, here's the challenge I will issue to the men: if you have children, make sure you take care of them. You have
Right.
4 or 5 or however you do it, you created them, so they're your responsibility. And you can
Right.
do that. How you going to do it? Co-parent, marriage? I don't care. It doesn't matter. But you're going to have to step up as a man. So I don't want to get to the point where we're just harping on the women, and not actually trying to hold men accountable. And when we hold men accountable, this is what we're talking about. All right.
Right.
But what we're not going to do is you're going to come to us after the fact and start talking about now we need to hold these dudes accountable. No, we're going to actually work on solving the problem before it becomes an actual problem. So we, education and actually talking to these young, especially the young men in your family, men that you care about, and any men who'll listen. That's kind of how I do it, and that's just one of my tactics and advice and strategy when I'm speaking to other men.
Thank you for that, man. Cap, your turn.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that I really enjoyed the live stream, and I look forward to possibly doing one again in the near future with all you guys.
Okay, Sharice, your turn.
I would say, yeah, 2023 is that year for me because I've been able to be with such positive live streamer men that I actually have got opportunities to go on other lives. So I'm actually so happy that I got to come on your live because, like I said, I've been watching your content for months now. You just ain't know it. But yeah, shout out to all y'all men on the platform. Shout out to all y'all men on the platform because y'all men are the true men in our community and y'all are getting recognized. That's what I love about this streaming. So that's it.
Thank you. And I'll close it out with saying this right here. Gentlemen and ladies, the most important thing that you need to do today and tomorrow is stay away from women who act and look like Sexy Red. That's all I have to say to that.
Yep. We
Yeah,
all
because
agree.
I think
because Sexy
everybody
Red,
felt that.
yeah, Sexy Red, man, she represents everything that is counter to this community, man. She glorifies STDs. It ain't just her. I ain't gonna put it all on her. You got Suki Hana and everybody else. But women with that type of mentality, man, try to avoid them the best way you can. If you can, it's hard to, you can't change people. It's nothing wrong doing what Sharice said earlier, trying to talk to them. But if they reject what you saying, leave them alone, because even Jesus had said that don't throw your pearls before swine. And what that scripture simply means, pearls are something of value. Your wisdom, your insight, your knowledge, your wisdom, your discernment, everything you give to another person is precious. But when he said that they don't throw them before the swine, because swine, he said they will turn, they will step on it, and then they'll come after you, they'll rend you asunder. So what people normally do, when you give them facts and you give them truth, they'll tear it up. They'll say, no, this shit ain't what it's supposed to be. No, that don't apply to me. And then they will turn around like that pig that Jesus talked about and attack you by saying things like, you're trying to judge me. That's what that scripture means. When you throw pearls before, he said, don't throw your pearls before swine, unless they'll trample it underneath their feet and then they will turn on you. When you give good common sense knowledge to a fool, they will tear that information up and then they will turn on you and say that you're judging them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I try to keep it kind of humorous sometimes, but I'm also serious at the same time. So avoid those who can be a cancer in your life. That's all I have to say. And I want to thank everybody for being on this show today. I do appreciate it. I hope to see y'all again next Sunday. If y'all can, come on there. And I'm trying to do a little bit more live stream through the week and stuff like that. And Kevin, man, thank you again for coming up here, man. You sound like a super intelligent thesaurus up there. You sound like a dictionary and encyclopedia, man. You got them glasses on, man. I feel like for to take notes, man. You just going in. And that's my personality, man. Everybody ain't like that, but I thank you again for coming on the show. And everybody else, man, y'all have a good one, man. For the end of the show now. Y'all have a good one now.
All right, good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Shout out, squad.
All right. Take it easy. That was a great show. I thank everybody for coming on to the show. It's time to go ahead and go chill and enjoy the rest of my night. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your night as well, and y'all be safe out there. Thank y'all for coming on to the program. I'll be looking forward to seeing y'all soon. I may be taking a day off. I may not drop any videos tomorrow. You know what I mean? I got to go do some things as well. Y'all have a good one. Peace.